So just a little video. I think that now we're in this stage where our mental health has to start to have been affected. And I just want to talk about serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter created in the brain that produces our feel-good, happy hormones. And serotonin, they have now found that 94% up is created in our stomach. And so this is where we start talking about the good gut bacteria and the microbiome. So rather than having a stomach, our flora and fauna that's full of weeds, we want the flowers, we want the trees to flourish. And the diet that best suits that is a diet that's high protein and high complex carbohydrates. And complex carbohydrates are the ones that are full of fibre, things like your whole grains, your brown rice, and I've got the brown rice that I use here. That's only $3.50 in the supermarket, and it's usually on the top shelf, and it's a source of protein and fibre. And it's just great to use as a base with anything else that you're going to cook. Grilled chicken, a bit of fish, some beans if you're vegetarian. So it's not that hard to make sure we're actually concentrating on serotonin. Also getting good sleep, sitting outside and getting some sunlight, and, making sure that we're really being gentle with ourselves. But being gentle with ourselves doesn't just mean that we can go crazy and think that we're going to come out of this feeling, well, if we haven't concentrated on our nutrition. So good positive fats, things like your avocados, your nuts, your seeds, all these beautiful fats. So the good fats are the ones that are your polyunsaturated, monounsaturated, your omega fatty acids, which are the things that aren't your packets of chips. They're not your flavours, they're not your preservatives, they're not the things that we don't know, the palm oils, that we actually don't know the ingredients about what we've cooked and what's in it. Rule of thumb, I only use olive oil or sesame oil. I don't touch any other oils. If I had to say to people there was another oil that you could use, coconut oil is good for vegans. It's a saturated fat, so it's not, great. Olive oil has got, is affected by heat, so therefore we can heat it past a point where it becomes denatured. But, we really need to think about those things, like using oil a little bit to start and then maybe adding it at the end once we've cooked. But getting back to the whole protein, a really easy way to think about it. Whey is a really important part of serotonin. And in the olden days, we used to have this really important sort of what do you call it? What is it? A nursery rhyme. And a nursery rhyme. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider, sat down beside her, and frightened Miss Muffet away. The curds are the solid in, let's say we're using yogurt as an example. The curds are the solid, the whey's the liquid. So Yalna yogurt, for instance, is one of the best yogurts you can buy. A lot of people don't realise that once you actually take a spoonful of yogurt, you've got the solid and you're left with the liquid, and people used to pour that liquid off. That's actually your whey, the concentrated whey, the good part of the yogurt. You can also buy whey. I buy it in liquid form. And I've got another one here. This is also very good for our gut. And Molkasan, and you can use that for dressings, or you can drink it in water. So that's the concentrated protein, the good part of the protein. So these are the things, little simple messages that I want people to focus on. It doesn't have to be difficult to, cook for yourself, to be making sure you're feeling, in your peak performance, peak attitude, peak mental health. in this period at the moment where it's just so difficult for us to sort of see our way out of the weeds and into the beautiful forest, onto the beach, you know, swimming again, walking in the sand, all these beautiful things that we all want to get back to. And so just, you know, be gentle on yourself. KB Nutrition, Instagram, Facebook page. Send me any messages, any information you want to know. Happy for comments. Take care.